Pada Jayo Prabhupada. Shri Srimad Madhav Gaunita Jana Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki.
So we'll sing this bhajan. Gopinath Mama Nivedana Sunu. Gopinath Mama Nivedana Sunu. श्रील भक्तिनाथ ठाकुर की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। गोपीनाथ मम निवेदना सुनो, मम निवेदना सुनो। गोपीनाथ मम निवेदना सुनो। विषय दुर्जना सदा कामराता, किछु नाही मोर गुना। विषय दुर्जना सदा कामराता, किछु नाही मोर गुना। विषय दुर्जना सदा कामराता, किछु नाही मोर गुना। गोपीनाथ हमरा बरस तुमी, तुम्हारा चरणे लोइनु शरणा, तुम्हारा किंकर आमी। गोपीनाथ केमने शोधिबे मोरे, ना जाने बाकाते घर में जड़माते, पोरेची संसार गोरे। गोपीनाथ सकली तुम्हार माया, नाही मम बाला ज्ञान सुनिर्मला, स्वाधीन नहे खाया। गोपीनाथ नियत चरणे स्थाना, मागे पामारा खांडिया खांडिया, करो हे करुणा दाना। मागे पामारा खांडिया खांडी, करो हे करुणा दाना। गोपीनाथ तुम तो सकल पारो दुर्जने तारिते तुम्हारा शकाति के आचे पापीरारो गोपीनाथ तुम्हें कृपा परबारा जीवेरा खाराने आसिया प्रपंचे लीला कोइले सुबिस्तारा गोपीनाथ हम की दोषे दोषी आसुरा सकाला पाइलो चराना विनोदाता किलो बोसी आसुरा सकाला पाइलो चराना विनोदाता किलो बोसी Candid translation.
Gopinath, Lord of the Gopis, please hear my request. I am a wicked materialist, always addicted to worldly desires, and no good qualities do I possess.
O Gopinath, you are my only hope, and therefore I have taken shelter at your lotus feet. I am now your eternal servant.
O Gopinath, how will you purify me? I do not know what devotion is, and my materialistic mind is absorbed in fruitive work. I have fallen into this dark and perilous worldly existence.
O Gopinath, this sinner who is weeping and weeping begs for an eternal place at your lotus divine feet. Please give him your mercy. I left. 6.
O Gopinath, everything here is your illusory energy. I have no strength or transcendental knowledge, and this body of mine is not independent and free from the control of material nature.
O Gopinath, this sinner who is weeping and weeping, O Gopinath, you are able to do anything, and therefore you have the power to deliver all sinners. Who is there that is more of a sinner than myself?
O Gopinath, you are the ocean of mercy. Having come into this phenomenal world, you expand your divine pastimes for the sake for the fallen souls.
O Gopinath, I am so sinful that although all the demons attained your lotus feet, Bhakti Vinoda has remained in worldly existence.
श्री भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रये. Hare Krishna. So we welcome you all to today's Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class. So we are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 2nd canto, 8th chapter, questions by King Pariksit. And today's verse is 5th. Pravishtah karnarandrena Svanam bhava saroruham Dhunoti shamalam Krishna Salilasya yata sharat Pravishtah karnarandrena Svanam bhava saroruham Dhunoti shamalam Krishna Salilasya yata sharat Pravishtah karnarandrena Svanam bhava saroruham Dhunoti shamalam Krishna Salilasya yata sharat. Please receive. Svanamba saroruham Dhunoti shamalam Krishna Salilasya yata sharat Pravishtaha karnarandrena Namam bhava saroruham Dhunoti shamalam Krishna Salilasya yata sharat Pravishtaha karnarandrena Svanam bhava saroruham Dhunoti shamalam Krishna Salilasya yata sharat Pravishtaha karnarandrena Svanam bhava saroruham Dhunoti shamalam Krishna Salilasya yata sharat Pravishtaha karnarandrena Svanam bhava saroruham Dhunoti shamalam Krishna Salilasya yata. What karnarandrena Svanam bhava saroruham Dhunoti shamalam Krishna Salilasya yata sharat. What meaning? Pravishtaha, thus being entered. Karnarandrena, through the holes of the ears. Svanam, according to one's liberated position. Bhava, constitutional relationship. Sarahruham, the lotus flower. Dhunoti, cleanses. Shamalam, material qualities like lust, anger, avarice and hankering. Krishna, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Salilasya, of the reservoir of waters. Yata, as it were. Sharad, the autumn season. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The sound incarnation of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Soul, that is the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, enters into the heart of a self-realized devotee, sits on the lotus flower of his loving relationship, and thus cleanses the dust of material association, such as lust, anger, and hankering. Thus it acts like autumnal rains upon pools of muddy water. Repeat after me. The sound incarnation of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Soul, that is Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, enters into the heart of a self-realized devotee, sits on the lotus flower of his loving relationship, and thus cleanses the dust of material association, such as lust, anger, and hankering. Thus it acts like autumnal rains upon pools of muddy water. Purport. It is said that the single pure devotee of the Lord can deliver all the fallen souls of the world. Thus, one who is actually in the confidence of a pure devotee like Narada or Sukadeva Goswami, and thus is empowered by one spiritual master as Narada was by Brahmaji, can not only deliver himself from the clutches of Maya or illusion, but can deliver the whole world by his pure and empowered devotional strength. The comparison to the autumnal rain that falls on the muddy reservoirs of water is very appropriate. During the rainy season, all the waters of the river become muddy. But in the month of July-August, the autumn season, where there is a slight rainfall, the muddy waters of all of the rivers all over the world becomes at once clear. By addition of some chemical, a small reservoir of water like that of Metropolitan Water Works tank can be cleared. But by such a tiny effort is not possible to clear up all the reservoirs of water like the rivers. A powerful pure devotee of the Lord, however, can deliver not only his personal self but also many others in his association. In other words, the cleansing of the polluted heart by other methods like the culture of empirical knowledge or mystic gymnastics can simply cleanse one's own heart. But devotional service to the Lord is so powerful that it can cleanse the heart of the pure hearts of the people in general by the devotional service of the pure empowered devotee. A true representative of the Lord like Narada, Sukadeva Goswami, Lord Chaitanya, the 6 Goswamis, and later Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, etc., can deliver all people by their empowered devotional service. By sincere efforts to hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, one realizes his constitutional relationship with the Lord in the transcendental humor of servitude, friendship, parental affection, or conjugal love. And by such self-realization, one becomes situated at once in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Not only were all the pure devotees like Narada self-realized souls, but they were engaged in preaching work automatically by spiritual impetus, and thus they delivered many poor souls entangled in the material modes. They became so powerful because they sincerely followed the Bhagavatam principles by regular hearing and worshipping. By such actions, the accumulated material lust, etc., become cleansed by the personal endeavor of the Lord within the heart. The Lord is always within the heart of the living being, but he becomes manifested by one's devotional service. Purification of the heart by culture of knowledge or mystic yoga may be all right for the time being for an individual person, but it is like the cleansing of a small quantity of stagnant water by chemical processes. Such clarification of water may stand for the time being and the sediments settle down, but by the slight agitation everything becomes muddy. The idea is that devotional service to the Lord is the only method of cleansing the heart for good. Whereas other methods may be superficially good for the time being, there is the risk of becoming muddy again due to agitation of the mind. Devotional service to the Lord with specific attention for hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam regularly and always is the best recommended method for liberation from the clutches of illusion. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam Sha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschyata Deshatarine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Varsabhanavi Devi Dayataya Kripajaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine Prabhave Nama Madhuryo Jvala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaya Dina Tarine Rupanuga Viruddha Pasiddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipralamba Rasambude Padambujayate Nama Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virba Bhumestvam Nirdeshna Sajjana Priya Vaishnavam Sarva Bhumo Shri Jagannadayate Nama Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvise Nama Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Surato Pangur Mamamanda Matirgati Matsarvasva Padam Pujo Radha Madana Mohanau Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadhrumada Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Preshtalibi Sevyamana Smarami Srimad Rasarasarambi Vamshi Vada Tadastita Karshan Venu Swiner Gopi Gopinada Sri Estuna Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Before beginning, I would like to take blessings from all the Vaishnavas assembled here, especially senior devotees, so that we can discuss about this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam verse. So actually, it speaks about this very important verse of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So, yesterday we heard day before yesterday, okay. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki, Jai Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mahesh Darshan ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai. So Ananta Chandra was telling the previous verse. So there are 4 things. If you do these 4 things sincerely, what happens? Krishna will enter into the heart. Krishna will manifest in the heart. So what are those 4 things? Shranvata, Shraddhaya, Nityam, and Granatascha Swachestitam. So what is the first? Shranvataha. Okay, hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam with Shraddhaya, with lot of faith. And then Nityam means every day. Okay, always, every day. And then Granatascha Swachestitam, taking the subject matter very seriously. If a person does these 4 things, what happens? Krishna will manifest in his heart. So this verse speaks about So what Krishna will do when he manifests in the heart? What he does? Okay, so the continuation of the previous verse. What he does, we'll try to discuss today. Pravishtaha karna randrena. So how Krishna enters? Pravishtaha karna randrena, through the ear holes. So how he enters? Through sound, not by form, not by touch, not by smell, nor by, what is one more? Touch, taste. Taste, not by taste, not by touch, nor by the smell, and nor by vision. Okay, through sound vibration. We are speaking about today's verse. We are so it is about hearing. When we hear, what happens? Means when we hear, prasadam doesn't come in the mouth. So pravishtaha karna randrena swanam bhava saroruham dunoti shamalam krishnaha salilasya yatasharat. So when we hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, so Krishna personally, in the form of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So there is no difference between Krishna and Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Okay, it is literary incarnation of Krishna. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is. So Krishna personally enters through the ear holes. Okay, through the ear holes into the where he enters? Into the heart. And after entering into the heart, what he does? Dunoti shamalam krishnaha salilasya yata sharat. It is mentioned like how he enters and how he purifies. That is also mentioned. If you see in the purport, so it is mentioned that so salilasya yata sharat. That means in the rainy season there is a lot of rain. So because of the lot of rain, the mud which is settled, it mixes. So all the water becomes muddy. But after the rainy season, there is an autumn season. So in the autumn season, there is a drizzly rain. So what happens in the drizzly rain is that all the bodies of the water, whether it is rivers, lakes, ponds, everything becomes purified. So the purification of the Krishna, when Krishna purifies, he purifies it completely. How? Just like the autumn rains. So here the thing is that our job is not purifying. Okay, our job is just hearing. So the person who is cleansing the heart is Krishna. So we are not. So we should not take any anxiety in cleansing the heart. So the job of cleansing the heart is Krishna's. It is Krishna's job. But what is our job? Is to hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam attentively, with lot of attention. That is our job. Sometimes there will be some kind of people where they want things to be clean. They want all the things to be clean, but they are lazy to personally clean it. We also might have experienced this. We want our table to be clean. Wherever we sit. Suppose if you are using laptop, the laptop has to be clean. Our things, dhoti, our rack has to be clean. But we feel lazy to personally clean it. We want our things to be clean, but we feel lazy to personally clean it. But here, in the case of cleansing our heart, so we don't need to personally clean it. Okay, it may be very dirty. It may be very, very dirty. Imagine we were stuck up in this material world, in this rotten material world from time immemorial. We don't imagine how much our heart kitna ganda jama hua hoga. Just like we all traveled in the train. Okay, suppose the train it goes for like 30 hours journey. in the first station, maybe Secunderabad, there the toilets will be clean. But at the end, the last stop, suppose if it is Howrah, imagine how much dirty it would be. And now imagine the train, this is for just 30 hours. Imagine for 30 years, they did not clean the toilets of that particular train. How much dirty it would be. Will anyone personally enter into the toilet and clean it? If for just 30 years. It will be so dirty, so dirty. The whole bogie will become contaminated. The stinking smell will come out of the toilet and it will come into the whole bogie. Now imagine the dirtiness of the heart. We were engaging in this lust, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, ego, enviousness, pride, illusion, all these things are present in the heart from so much of time immemorial. We don't know when we fallen into this material world. So that much dirt is present in the heart, and the best thing is that we doesn't need to personally clean it. Means we doesn't need to personally enter into the toilet. Okay? It is the job of Krishna. And what we are supposed to do is just hear his katha. Okay? So much relief, na? So much relief. And how he cleanses? So there are different type of cleansing. Suppose if there is a there are some places where they clean water. They add this fit curry. You understand fit curry? Some powder, some chemical powder they add, and what happens? All the water becomes cleansed. So all the sand particles, it becomes cleansed. So does it mean that all sand came out of the water? By adding the powder, will the sand particles, will all the dirt which was present in the water, did it come out? No, it did not come out. It just got settled down. Okay? It did not got purified. It just only the top layer, it was looking, it looks like it got purified, but it did not got purified. But all the gandagi, it is still settled in the dawn. It got settled in the dawn. So this gnana yoga, dhyana yoga, this gymnastics, all this spiritual gymnastics, what these people does, these are all temporary cleansing methods which will never cleanse the heart. And it never cleans the heart, it will never completely cleanse the heart, and all the dirt will always remain it will definitely remain in the underground, means the dawn, settle, and with a slight agitation of the mind, and again it comes out. All this kama, krodha, again it arouses. So that's why, but Bhakti Yoga is not like that. So here in Bhakti Yoga, the speciality is that Krishna is personally cleansing the heart. Okay, that is the speciality. Krishna is personally cleansing the heart. And Krishna is personally cleansing the heart. And one more thing, that if Krishna has entered, so there are two things. There is a darkness and there is light. So where there is light, there cannot be darkness. Where there is light, there cannot be darkness. Darkness cannot enter. Okay, where there is light, darkness can never enter. And where there is darkness, light cannot be there. Can we say like this? Where there is darkness, light cannot be there, or light cannot enter. Can we say like that? Where there is darkness, light cannot enter. Can we say like this? No, we cannot say like this. If there is a darkness because absence of light. But if the light enters, the darkness goes away. The darkness gets destroyed. Krishna Surya Sama, Maya Hai Andakar, Jaha, what is that? Jaha Krishna Hai, what is that? Maya, I wrote actually. Jaha Krishna taha Mayera Adhikar, okay? Mayera Adhikar. So wherever, if Krishna is there, if Krishna comes into the heart, then there is no question of darkness present there, okay? So if there is a light, so there is no question of darkness being present. In the same way, if Krishna in the form of sound vibration enters into the heart through the ear holes, in the form of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, if he enters, so he removes all the darkness present in the heart. And he is asamordhava. That means he is, no one is equal to him and there is no one above him. That means he is expert in everything and he is an expert in cleansing also. He expertly cleanses. How he cleanses? Just like the autumn rains. So the autumn rains, so this fitkari, it cleanses a small, suppose if there is some small reservoir, a small layer, where it has a fixed dimension, and if it is not flowing, such type of sediment, such type of water collection, fitkari can purify such places only. It cannot, if you pour that fitkari in the river, flowing river, can it purify? It cannot purify. But the autumn rains, it can purify the small bodies, medium bodies and even the big bodies of water. All the rivers of the whole world can be purified by the autumn rains. So by hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, whoever comes in the contact with the sound vibration of Krishna, they all become purified. They all become purified. If a person is sitting here, he is doing some jnana yoga, if something he is meditating upon someone, by seeing him, we don't become purified. Sometimes we see some people, they come in front of the Radha Madhav, but still they are meditating upon something. They are like something dhyana, they are in some samadhi, something like that. In front, Lord is giving darshan, but he is still closing his eyes and sitting there. You might have seen like that, some kind of some extraordinary personality. Sometimes we'll see they are doing some dhyana yoga, something like that. So by seeing him, by witnessing him, our heart doesn't become purified. But by just sitting in the Bhagavatam class, our heart becomes purified. I am speaking, my heart is becoming purified. You are hearing, your heart is becoming purified. Prabhupada wrote books, although he is pure devotee, is already purified, he doesn't need to purify his heart. But by reading Prabhupada books, by coming in the touch of the Prabhupada books, we are also getting purified. Because Prabhupada books are non-different from Krishna Katha. In fact, Prabhupada says that I did not write these books. Krishna personally dictated me and I wrote these books. So there is no difference between Krishna Katha and reading Prabhupada books. Okay? So by reading Prabhupada books also, that also purifies our heart. That's why we should regularly read Srila Prabhupada books. So that's why if a person is doing other than bhakti yoga, if a person is doing jnana yoga or other type of yoga, his heart will not become completely purified. We know this verse, Ye anya arvindaksha vimuktamanenas tvai ashtabhavat avishuddha buddhaya. Avishuddha buddhaya means his buddhi, his intelligence is not purified. Why? Because he did not heard Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Okay? He did not heard Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And there is one more thing, that this sound vibration, so when it enters, does it mean that he has to understand it? Did it mention in the verse that Pravishta Karna Randrena? Just, it is mentioned here, just the sound vibrations are entering. Just by entering of the sound vibrations, Krishna enters into the heart and he purified. Here it is not mentioned that the person understood it or not. The person, the Krishna Katha, he understood it or not. Just by the hearing the sound vibration, the person becomes purified. Suppose even if the person is sleeping in the Bhagavatam class, If he is sleeping in the Bhagavatam class, but if the sound vibration enters into the ear holes, still it purifies the heart. That is the power of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Even if he is sleeping, what to speak of if he is attentively hearing, how much powerful it will act. And Krishna enters personally to each and everyone's heart. Okay? So here Bhagavatam class is going on. That means Krishna, through the sound vibrations, he is personally entering to each and everyone's ears, through the ear holes, to the heart, and personally purifying it. Each and every person, whoever is hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Okay? Krishna personally does it. So why Krishna is doing personally? Why Krishna is doing it personally? Why Krishna has to do this personally? Yes, Prabhu. No one else can do this. So we cannot purify ourselves. But what is the need of Krishna to do this? What is the need for Krishna? Why Krishna has to do this? No one else can do it. Only Krishna can do it. So, means why he wants to do it? Why he wants to do it? Okay, only Krishna has the power to do it. But why he wants? Why he wants? Here he wants to do it. Why he wants to do it? Yes, Prabhu. Krishna becomes purchased. If a person hears Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, just if a person hears Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Krishna becomes purchased. Krishna becomes purchased by that person. Just if a person hears Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Is it like that? If a person hearing first time Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, if a person has heard first time Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam in his whole life, and Krishna becomes purchased by that activity, oh, this soul has come, now he is hearing my glories for the first time. He has purchased me by this activity. Is it like that? Someone was raising? Yes, Prabhu. He wants his children to come to him. So, both are right. So Krishna is more anxious than us to take us back home, back to Godhead. So whenever a person, even if it's the first time hearing, so Krishna immediately what he does, when a person hears, so Krishna personally cleanses the heart of a person. Why? Because Krishna is more anxious than us to purify our heart and to take us back home, back to Godhead. So that's why Krishna personally cleanses the heart. Krishna takes that effort, that work. Why? Because he loves his devotees. He loves all the living entities. So that's why he personally takes this responsibility and he enters into the heart and he cleanses. Not that he doesn't have any work, but because he loves. So it is mentioned one more thing, that in the translation it is mentioned, the sound incarnation of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Soul, enters into the heart of a self-realized devotee. Self-realized devotee. Does it mean that if a person is self-realized, so what does it mean by self-realized devotee here? The person who is Swarup Siddhi, who has attained perfection, only when he hears, only to that person Krishna purifies the heart? Or everyone? Only the person who is Swarup Siddhi, who has attained the perfection, who has understood his Swarupa, only to that person does he purify? Or everyone? One who has faith. But why it is mentioned self-realized devotee? So what does it mean by self-realized devotee here? The translation comes like, Swarup, I don't know, in the sloka it is not mentioned, but in translation it mentions, Prabhupada mentioning the translation, self-realized devotee. So what it is meant by the self-realized devotee here? Yes? one who has developed bhava. Okay. Yes, Prabhu? So one who has understood his constitutional position, relationship with the Lord. Yes, this is correct actually. So, yes? Okay, one who comes by his own choice to class. Okay, that is also good. Okay. Okay, though here the self-realized devotee means one who understood that his position, I am the servant of Krishna. It is not that he has become already pure devotee. He is in the process. Okay. He understood that Jivera Swarupa Hoy Nityera Krishna Das. I am eternal servant of Krishna. If a person understood this statement that I am the servant of Krishna, so to that person Krishna purifies his heart. Krishna enters into the heart and purifies him. We know the example from Chaitanya Charitamrita. There was one person who was giving discourse on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Who is he? Who insulted Advaita Acharya, whose disciples? Devanand Pandit. So Devanand Pandit, we can see that he was like Brahmavadi, okay? I don't Brahmavadi or Mayavadi, I don't know, Brahmavadi. So he did not realize that he is the eternal servant of Krishna. Even though he is giving lecture on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, but he never realized that I am eternal servant of Krishna. I am supposed to serve Krishna. Krishna is my supreme Lord. He did not realize it. He was thinking that I am identical with Krishna. By doing this activity of reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam or delivering the lecture of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, in future I will merge into the Brahman. So that was his conception. So because of that conception, he did not get purified. Even though he is hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, because he is not in that position of a self-realized, means he did not understood the position. So such people will not get, Krishna will not purify the heart of such people who did not get the knowledge that Jivera Swarup Hoy Krishnera Nityadas. Dunoti Shamalam Krishna Sarilasya Yatash. And one more thing Prabhupada mentions in the purport, that by continuously hearing, the person realizes his Swarupa. Sometimes we have this question, like, what is my Swarupa? Like, I was cowherd boy, or I was a gopi, or like, what is my Swarupa? I want to know this, all these things. I might be this, maybe right now I am very childish, so I might be cowherd boy. Like we speculate actually, and I wanted to know. But these things, in this, right now our position is that we are already tormented by this kama, krodha, lobha, fas gaya. So we should not actually, should not have this question, what is my Swarupa? Rather than that, we should focus on hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam more and more. The more we hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, the more quickly we'll realize our Swarupa. Just by hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. There is a verse, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabunoy Shravanadi Suddha Chitta Karayo Uday. What is meant by that? So the Krishna Prema is already dormant in the heart. It is in the sleeping stage. When a person Shravanadi Suddha Chitta, so when a person hears Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, when he chants Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So when a person does this Shravana and Kirtana, so what? So the Krishna manifests in the heart. Krishna Prema becomes manifest in the heart. So the Krishna Prema is already there, but it wakes up when we hear when we regularly hear Shravana and Kirtana. So it is in our hands. Okay? The more we hear, the more quickly we realize. Why Krishna is not revealing my Swarupa? Why Krishna? It is we stopping. It is we who are not sincerely trying to understand what is my relationship with Krishna. The more endeavor we do, the more vigorously we hear Krishna Katha. Just like here Pariksit Maharaj, in 7 days he got his original Swarupa. 7 days he continuously heard. If you hear for 7 days and 7 nights continuously, you may also understand in 7 days only about your Swarupa continuously, without eating, sleeping. Okay, so it is in our hands. So once what happened is, in Allahabad, so they were having a temple and they were having a big area. So there once some gundas came. Gundas came and they were living in one corner of the area. So they were disturbing the temple and they were not paying the rent also. These gundas came and got settled in the area. Suppose we have this ground. We have our ground, this temple belongs to temple. In the same way, they were in Allahabad temple. So they were having some big ground, and some corner of the ground, some gundas came and started staying. And they were disturbing the temple and they were not paying the rent also. So the temple president, what he did? He immediately called the IAS officer. So the IAS officer comes, and what he does? He goes to the gundas. And what he does? He just speaks this one thing. What he says? Aap kab kali karne wale ho. Just one word. As soon as the IAS officer came and told the gundas, Aap kab kali karne wale ho. So what immediately the gundas did? Abhi, just now, immediately, we will go from here. You understood the example? So immediately, in few seconds, they ran away. The gundas. In the same way, if a person hears Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam attentively every day, Shrinvata Shraddhaya Nityam Granantasya Swacheshritam. If a person does this thing, then we are allowing Krishna to enter into the heart, and Krishna will take care like an ISS officer to throw out the gundas. In the same way, Krishna will personally throw these gundas. Okay, our job is to allow Krishna to enter into the heart. Okay. Now it is Krishna's job to destroy all these gundas. And sometimes, but it is taking lot of time. People say that jaldi safai nahi ho raha hai. We are hearing from so much time, but jaldi safai nahi ho raha hai. Kya karan hai? I'm hearing from so many years. Why? But still it is like stool only, heart. It is still like that railway station toilet only. Why it is not getting purified? Actually, it is getting purified. If you take an example, this jaldi word has also different perspective. Okay, if a person suppose we are in Mayapur and we are supposed to come to Hyderabad, either you take a train or you take a bus or you take a flight. Okay, if you take a train, it will take how many hours? 30 hours, 32 hours, like that it will take. But if you take a flight, how many hours it takes? 1.5 hours or 2 hours. In 2 hours we will reach back. For us, suppose if a person who is regularly traveling in the flight, he may understand that 2 hours is also like very long duration. But if you travel in the train, you will understand how much difficulty it is to come in the summer season, to come from Mayapur in the sleeper or general bogie to if the train is fully packed, how much difficult it is. But if a person is coming in the flight, actually we are all whoever is practicing Krishna consciousness, actually is traveling in the flight. Okay, is traveling in the flight, and Krishna is personally making us travel. We don't understand how much quickly we are going back to Krishna. But suppose if a person from his childhood, from his age from 5 to 25, for 20 years he followed the principles of Mayavada, all these things, tapasya, all this kind of this these things he did, still his heart doesn't become purified. But if a person just in 1 year, he heard Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and he's chanting 60 notes for 1 year, he will realize so many things in 1 year rather than a person who was hearing from 20 years in this Mayavada philosophy. There are people who realized this, who was following from 20 years this Mayavad Sampradaya, but they came into Krishna consciousness for in 1 year, they felt they got more cleansed in their heart in just 1 year. So that is the power of Bhakti Yoga. We don't understand how much, first of all, we don't understand how much dirty is our heart, and next we don't understand how much quickly it is, how quickly Krishna is cleansing the heart. Okay, it's already 9:02. So from this verse we understood that. So so our job is to hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam attentively, and Krishna will personally enter into the heart of a self-realized devotee, and Krishna personally cleanses the person. Okay, the more we hear, the more Krishna cleanses the heart of the person. Okay, any questions? Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So you told that the more we hear, the more quickly we will get purified. You gave example of Maharaja Pariksit. So 7 days in 7 nights he continuously heard. But here we have only one Bhagavatam class for 1 hour. From where we can hear more?
We discussed
we have no facility like that. Only one Bhagavatam class in 1 day.
Yesterday, afternoon also we were having Bhagavatam reading. In ashram we had Bhagavatam reading in the afternoon also. It's not that only Bhagavatam, Krishna Katha. It means here Krishna Katha. We need to hear Krishna Katha. Either it can be Bhagavad Gita class, it can be Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, or it can be reading Prabhupada books also, any Prabhupada book. So that is also Krishna Katha. Even chanting the holy names of Krishna, even that also purifies. Even that also that is also Shravanam only. That also purifies our heart. It is said in Ajamila section, the line comes like that, means he did प्रायश्चित्ता for millions, करोड़ों जन्मों का प्रायश्चित कर लिया just by chanting the Narayana at the time of death, just by chanting Narayana at one time. So that is the power of holy name of Krishna. This Ajamila was able to do प्रायश्चित्ता for all the karmas, for all the whatever the karma bandhana, whatever the karmic activities he did. So for all the karmic activities he did prayaschitta just by chanting the Narayana at the time of death, karoda janmonka. So that is the power of holy name of Krishna. If we chant every day Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and if we hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, actually even after 1 hour of reading here Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and again we have to read Srila Prabhupada books at least 1 more hour, and 1 more hour in the daytime. Personally, and suppose if we are hearing in the association of devotees, that is more beneficial, that will affect more. And main thing is that if we want to hear regularly, we should develop taste in hearing the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So how to develop taste in hearing Krishna Katha? We should Swayan Mahat Sevaya Vipra. So we should serve the Mahat Seva. We should serve the pure devotees of the Lord. By serving the pure devotee of the Lord, we develop the affinity to hear the Krishna Katha. So we should develop this taste in hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Suppose if a person is already in contaminated state, when he hears Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, he developed some kind of ruchi, and his heart got little bit purified. The more he hears, the contamination gets reduced and the taste increases. The more the contamination gets reduced, the more the taste automatically increase. And if you want more taste, then by serving the pure devotees of the Lord, we develop so much taste in hearing. So like that, by regularly hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and Nityam Bhagavata Seva, by regularly hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and serving the pure devotees of the Lord, we develop the taste in reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. By developing that taste, Krishna will purify the heart. Like that.
Thank you, Prabhu. I have one more question. And, here in purport Srila Prabhupada writes that a pure devotee has the ability to deliver the whole world.
Yes.
So, like there are, we see that there are so many pure devotees came in our parampara, but they did not deliver the world. Although they have the ability, and the Vaishnavas are called ocean of compassion, but still means it seems that they are not showing compassion to the living entities and not using their ability to deliver the conditioned souls. How can we understand this?
I think you already know.
I have this question actually.
So pure devotees have the power to purify the whole universe. Why? Because they always discuss upon Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. For pure devotees, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is prana, their life actually. They always want to read Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and always wants to give or discuss about Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So whoever comes in touch with pure devotee, he becomes purified. But actually, why they did not deliver the whole world? They might have delivered actually. We don't know whether. We don't even understand whether it is very difficult to understand the pastimes of pure devotees. It's like Krishna only. Vaishnavara Kriya Mudra. It is difficult to understand by our senses to the activities of pure devotee. If Krishna wants them to purify, they will definitely do it. If Krishna wanted Prabhupada to preach all over the world, so Prabhupada did it. So according to the instructions of Krishna, the pure devotees does.
But like Krishna wants everyone to come back home, back to as quickly as possible. And devotees also say that this is very urgent. Just like Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj said to Srila Prabhupada that it is so urgent that it does not depend on political condition of the world. So this much urgent is there and they have the ability to deliver the world, still it is not happening.
They have the ability, but sometimes
there is no doubt. They have the ability.
There is no doubt about it, but the pure devotees are so simple that they don't feel themselves empowered. They don't feel themselves that they are qualified to preach all over the world. They don't feel like that. Just like we see Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami, he says that whoever thinks of me, whoever utter my name, their all pious activities will be destroyed. I am like a worm in the stool. So the pure devotees, they consider themselves like they don't feel they are empowered personalities, or if I preach, I can purify the whole universe. They don't feel they personally they don't think about themselves like that. So that's why they don't. That's why they Uttam Adhikaris actually they think that all are already delivered. I am the rascal who is stuck up in this world. Everyone is delivered, like that they feel. So that's why they don't preach like that. That's my understanding.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Last.
So Prabhuji, I have a question. Just like we have 10 offenses to the holy name while chanting, so aren't there any offenses while hearing also?
There is no prerequisite for hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is such a thing that there are no rules or regulations for hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. You can anyone can hear in any avastha. He just has to hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Just by hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, he becomes purified.
So just like you mentioned that in this verse it is said, Pravishta Karna Randrena. just it enters, this Krishna Katha enters into our ear holes. Doesn't matter whether you are even attentive or inattentive, it will work. But we, as you quoted the example of Devanand Pandit also, and Devanand Pandit was also reciting Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, but he couldn't understand. He couldn't even understand the goal of life, and what to speak of understanding the devotees, and he even offended Srivas Thakur. So how can we understand this? And also there is a sloka that Bahujanma koriye disravana kirtan tavuna paye Krishna pade prem dhan. So there also it is that you keep on hearing for a long time and then you will not find Krishna and the love on the lotus feet of the Lord, even though you are hearing for many lives. So how can we understand this?
So if a person commits offense, Vaishnava Aparada, then it is not possible. He cannot. Actually, if a person is committing Vaishnava Aparad, even the taste in hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam goes away. And about this Devanand Pandit, it is already discussed that if a person of, actually it is a person of a, there is no rule, means for hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, anyone can hear. But Krishna will purify those people who are self-realized devotee, who know, who understand, like, who comes or who has this knowledge that Krishna is my Supreme Lord. Only those people Krishna purifies. Krishna will purify only those people who enters into the heart of a self-realized devotee. So to those people only Krishna purifies. But for hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, there is no rules and regulation. And Bahujanma Kari, this, even though we are from so many lifetimes, we may be hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, but if we are doing aparada to the pure devotees of the Lord, by whose help only we are able to hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, or by because of whom we come into the Krishna consciousness. If we offend them, so then we can never develop interest in hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam also. We'll neither develop interest or we'll not even hear also Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam properly. So like that, it's my understanding. Radhakant Prabhu, you would like to elaborate, Prabhu? Madhur Kanai Prabhu, you want to answer the question? You understood, Prabhu? When I am not like 100% sure what I told. Yes, Prabhuji, quickly, last.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, by that analogy, I feel that because I always hear that hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is like service to the Supreme Lord. But now I feel that, I am putting Krishna on the task of cleaning my heart. Why should I do that? Why should I will stop hearing. Why I want Krishna to do some work for cleaning my heart?
Because Krishna wants you to do that. Krishna is telling you to do that.
But I don't pray for Krishna to do my cleaning job.
Then you will not get purified. You don't want Krishna to do the work, but Krishna is telling, I will do. Then why you doesn't want Krishna to do this? Means, with our own effort we cannot do it. By our endeavor, it is not possible to purify the heart. It is not possible. So only Krishna is powerful enough, or the potent enough to purify the heart. And he's eager enough, and he's loving, that's why he wants to. It's not that like we are making him work or we are bribing Krishna. No, because Krishna is loving, Krishna has love against all the living entities, each and every living entities, and Krishna is willing to do this work so that the heart becomes purified and he comes back to him. So that is Krishna wants to do it, and Krishna loves to do it. So that's why Krishna is doing. It's not that we are bribing Krishna or we are controlling Krishna. And it's Krishna's mercy. I mean, Krishna wants to, who we are to control Krishna. We cannot control Krishna. Yes, like Anantas was telling, na, if Krishna wants to do it, then Krishna ka marji, like that. Okay, question, comment.
Actually, it's a natural process, just like when there is heavy rain, the whole place will be cleaned up. The water will flush out all the dirty things from that place. So similarly, when Krishna enters into our system, then he will gradually flushes out. It's very naturally this happens. So simple analogy is given here. Salilasya yatha sharat. Rainwater will take out all the mud. So similarly, just hearing Krishna, and then just continuously we should go on hearing. If we stop hearing, then some dirt will, when rain stops, when again sun rises, then some dhool will come and covers us, covers the place, some dirt will come again. So one should continuously hear about Krishna. That means the whole point is developing attraction to hear Krishna's stories. If that is there, then we would like to. Now that attraction is not there. Now we have attraction for so many other things. So we must change our consciousness. Ultimately, it's all consciousness. So if we change our consciousness, or by hearing regularly, the consciousness also will be changed. Either way. This is what it's like if you put an iron rod in a furnace, so you don't have to tell iron rod, now you should get heated up. You don't have to tell. It's very natural. Once it goes into the furnace, it gets red hot. It becomes red hot. So similarly, if anyone comes in touch with Krishna, the purification process automatically begins. That's what Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Just like if there is a wood catches fire, but inside the wood actually there is fire already present. So Krishna is already present in the heart, but from externally, if we hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, so that fire if we give, then the wood catches fire. So the fire is already present inside the wood. So why the wood is not burning? Because from external we are not giving fire. So when we externally hear Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, so Krishna purifies the heart. Okay. Thank you very much. Antara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.